So I knew that I wanted to find an agent who was really interested in fiction and was really interested in the kind of developing fiction. I wanted a sort of collaborative relationship. I know that that's the way I work best. And so I wanted somebody who was very experienced and who was interested in the kind of writers that I want to be. And so I'd heard that Judith Murray at Green and Heaton was excellent. So it took quite a lot of courage, I suppose. I was pretty nervous about sending this off. I didn't know whether it was any good. But I just decided I've just got to do it. So I emailed her a few chapters and a synopsis and a little bit about myself. And I was amazed that she came back to me really, really quickly. Like within a week, she was saying, send me more. And after that, so she loved it and took me on. But after that, she also gave me some hints and suggestions of things that she thought might work better or things that she thought I should develop before she sent it to publishers. And I found that incredibly useful, and I was right, really, that I respond really well to that sort of collaboration. So she was really instrumental in turning the book into the story it is. She sort of allowed me to take my manuscript and make it the book I want it to be. And so she was just integral to the whole process, really. She was fantastic. I think that's true, that one of the great myths, I mean, there probably are some writers who just sit down, pour it out, and they have this fantastic work of genius that no one has had a hand in, and that goes straight to publication. But I think for the vast majority of writers, it's far longer, far more complicated, far more collaborative than that. Mine was a really complicated process. I started it, abandoned it, wrote the first draft, left it, thought I'll never be a writer, left it for a year. Then I came back to I couldn't leave it alone, and I rewrote it from a totally different perspective. And I did that whole process. I was living in America at the time, and I didn't tell anyone. I was almost ashamed that I couldn't leave this thing alone, and I didn't think it would ever work, really. And so I literally didn't even tell my husband. It was like having a love affair. I wrote it in secret. And then finally, when I got it ready to send to an agent, I confessed to him that I'd written this novel. So it was a bit sort of weird and shameful at that stage. And then when I did get the courage and send it to Judith, it really did become a collaboration. And she, for instance, I think probably the best thing she did straight off was she said, just get rid of the first 3 chapters, you don't need them. And I think that's another thing I've talked to other writers about, that they find the same thing, that you're often at the beginning of a book, you're just trying out you're trying to get to know the characters, you're trying to work out what you're writing about. And she was totally right. The minute I got rid of those chapters, it suddenly kicked off really fast, and it was far, far better. So that's the sort of thing that someone coming in from the outside can see that you can't see because you've been immersed in this thing in your garret for the last 2 years, not really understanding what you're doing.